Alrighty then. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Alex Cuesta show. David is drinking a beer. David never drinks a beer. Hi, David. You're drinking a beer. I just made David almost spit out.
I was drinking a beer, and now my eye is very itchy.
That's terrible. So again, everybody, hello. How are you? Thank you so much for pressing play. I appreciate it. As always, you could have decided not to press play and skipped on, but here you are. You did it. If you like what you hear today, if you like what you heard the last two episodes, please go give us a like, follow, share, whatever you're on, wherever you're on. Follow us on all social medias. I'm not going to give you all the ats because I don't want to. Just go search the Alex Cuesta show. Last name, Cuesta, Cuesta, pretty unique. That's all you got to know. You'll find it there. Plainest logo you'll see, Dave. It's just black and white, the Alex Cuesta show. If you can't read, then that's unfortunate for you. I'm going to start off with introductions. You already heard I called Dave out, and then he had something in his eye. Dave, how are you? Welcome back.
I'm all right. It's good to be back. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm back for almost every episode of this.
Yeah, this is basically just Cuesta Dose, just David doesn't talk as much. That's all we're doing in this whole thing. But
I wasn't liked.
No, listen, he's the talent, and I just can't have him overshine me because this is my network and my show. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to name it my name so I can be the star. Anyway, with us as well is someone that's been on a few of our shows, but he's one of our good buddies. He is recording artist, rapper, all around cool guy, no genre, HACKnoCAP. What's up, Hack?
What's up, dude? Thanks for having me. I'm really excited. I love you guys. Like, you guys are my best friends. So
we're the homies.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So first things first, David, I have to address something with you directly. Mm-hmm. We fucked up last week. Not me messing up Jack's name constantly, and I'm trying to think of it. I can't pronounce his name still.
Citarelli. Jack Citarelli.
There it is. Sorry, Jack, if you somehow comes around to you, Jack Citarelli. I screwed up your name all last week. But what we did wrong, Dave, is we had high hopes for the Jets. And Mike White playing a great game. Now, he started off well. He got hurt.
Did we not put the disclaimer in there?
We put the disclaimer, but you know what we forgot? We forgot to disclaim that our defense was going to suck.
Nice.
And that our offense was still going to put up 400 yards, 30 points, and we were going to lose. Okay. We're going to move on from the Jets. We're not going to talk about it. Mike White starting again. Go Mike White, Tom Brady story. Don't hurt a nerve in your hand this time. Thanks. Anyway. Another thing I have to do before we get going on our topic, question for both of you. Have either of you made a doctor's appointment lately?
No.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So don't, because it fucking sucks now. Okay. Quickly before we go, I do not want to offend any medical secretaries, but I'm going to probably. So my wife has tried to make a few appointments, one for her kids. And I don't know if it's a new thing. I don't know if it's a New York thing where I am, but every time she calls, if it's like past like 3 months out, the secretary's like, oh, we don't have that schedule yet. Excuse me? Isn't that your whole job? Isn't that your whole job is to answer phones and schedule things? You're telling me a few months further out, you can't handle that? What the hell are you getting paid $20+ for? Like, honestly, it's not like they get paid nothing. Bernie Sanders will be cool with their rate with $20+. But what are we doing here? But yeah, so we need to bring this back up. If either of you make an appointment with the doctor, let me know if they tell you if it's like 3 months plus out. If they're just like, oh, we don't have that schedule. Call back in a week. And that's another thing. Call back in a week? Fuck you. I did my part.
This is the private sector. Okay.
I called you to make the appointment. I should now be put on a list. You should be calling me back. Yeah. So they're starting to work more and more like the Postal Service and motor vehicles, and they suck. So,
I mean, I would just ask our mother about that. She was a medical secretary.
Yeah, but she didn't suck, and I think she had to schedule things like further out.
Ask her what's going on, because she might know.
She might, or she might just say that the girls that work there are stupid now, so they can't handle doing what they do. All right, so my aside's done. Medical secretaries, if I offended you, good. Please be offended and do your jobs better. How about that?
Constructive criticism.
A whole section of everybody
is the best kind of criticism.
Yeah. So as we mentioned earlier, HACKnoCAP is with us. My man, you have new music coming out. You just had your first official I guess EP, like bigger EP, Me Time that just came out.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call it an EP yet. I'm still using a mixture of my own created beats and people from all around the world's created beats.
Yep.
So I'd call it more of a mixtape. You know.
Okay, so it's mixtape. Mm-hmm. So you have some new music coming out. So first question about your music is when you listen to it, it's good. Me and David like it. We've liked it for a while. We supported you since the beginning.
I really do appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
But who hurt you? Who hurt you to make the music that it's like you remind me of Dave Matthews Band sometime. It's like upbeat, but we're talking about dying. Like what the fuck happened to you, man?
Honestly, I try to make it a point of emphasis in all of my songs and all of my music that like no one really like all the stuff that I talk about actually did happen, but like no one really hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like all the pain and stuff like that I put on myself. Like. So just for starters, if you ever hear anything, it might have happened, but at the same time, like I'm cool about it. Like there's no love lost.
So every single time he's ever made a song about a girl and we've asked him and he said no, we have a little group chat, which I probably shouldn't reveal because that's going to end mine and David's career if it ever takes off. We're done. But we have a little one of those and he always denies and gets called out by every single friend on which girl it could be.
Yeah. See, well, a classic, like if you look at horror films, this is my go-to whenever someone like, yo, is this about someone else? Is this about this, and that? I'm like, well, if you look at horror films, like I talk about maybe up to 5 separate experiences with 5 different people in a span of that first couple, like bonfires in the mud, like that was up top, like that up top in New York, stuff like that, and like I ain't coming back just to prove you wrong. Like those almost every bar there is a different experience with someone else. So like I'm not writing songs about people.
So I do have to say about the cover of horror films.
Oh my God. Yeah. Everybody. Okay. Before you even go on. Okay.
It does actually terrify me.
It's the worst cover art I ever released.
No, but that's what makes it so great.
Yeah. Because it looks like a C movie. Like a Z-list movie. You got a bunch of Z-list celebrities. It was such a rush, and I just wanted to get it out so fast. I was like, you know what? I could change it later. And it turns out you can't change it later. So
all right. So overall, I just have to say that I make your best cover art with all of my hack things. Hack Bob has been the greatest creation ever.
That's that's more scary than the horror.
Yeah.
Luckily, nobody's ever seen that. That is 10 times more scarier than the horror films cover art.
Yeah, and I just went on a rant, and we're going to make more of those. Anyway, So before we get going into the actual topic, I do want to play a sample of one of your new songs. It is Brain Games. Anything about Brain Games that you want to say before I play about a minute or so of the song?
Yeah, it's it's kind of like representing mixed signals, but like the whole theme of the song is like just like how like your brain just like creates kind of scenarios and like what could be going on, how like it could tear you from left to right. One of your favorite situations?
Is that one of your favorite shows to watch, Brain Games?
Actually, I used to watch. No. Don't get me started. I used to watch the crap out of Brain Games. And
see, that
was on National Geographic. That was on Nat Geo, right?
I don't know. I never watched Brain Games.
I think it was on Nat Geo. And
I'm not trying to get more intelligent.
I just it's not about being smart. It's about learning cool illusions for your friends.
Yeah.
I thought I was the shit in high school, showing people that like, this is the same color. You just got to cover your eye and stand on one leg.
Joe is doing the trick from Family Guy that Jesus does in that one skit. He puts his hand behind his head.
All right, so without any further ado, here's about a minute or so of HACKnoCAP Brain Games new music coming out soon.
On the right side of my brain, your voice is like a song to me, and it goes on and on and on and on and on and on the left side of my brain, your words are like a puzzle to me. It goes on and on and on and on and on and Remember when you said that I was acting so nice? Remember it's because I said the words that I love. And now I think it's over and I'm feeling so But you're the first to look at stories, so you got me fucked up. So torn down, kick me to the curb, but you dragging me around, round for the long ride. Tearing on my shirt right, but I don't mind, I'll be waiting for my whole life, yeah. Cause you got a hold of me. This crowd's but you're all I see. You're someone that I can't read. This song is our eulogy, yeah. Hey, so rest in peace to us. I wanna show you that I want you, but I do too much. And all my thoughts and all my feelings, we don't talk enough. And if I see some competition, I want fisticuffs, I tell her. Now I'm wishing that we'd stick like mozzarella, but you had to shoot me down, that's cause for Villa. You said that other dude is real, for real, I'm realer. So if the shoe fits, be my Cinderella. Now instead of loving you, I'm spastic cerebellum. Made it kinda hard to try to make a good impression. I love the way you do your hair, and I forgot to mention you ain't hear me lesson long, that's over, under, better. On the right side of my brain.
All right, so that was HACKnoCAP Brain Games. Man, that song sounds fantastic.
Thank you. It's just a lot of time. I still got some work to do on it. You know, that's the one I'm releasing later. The one you're going to hear later, that's going to be the first release. I think. So what I want to do is I've a couple songs done, and I want to create this. It's hashtag single season. You know, like we're dropping singles. You know, during winter, which is like cuffing season, but so it's like a play on words. So single season is upon us. It will be upon us.
I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. And there's a music video in the works.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
And I didn't even send you the song for that. It's a rap song.
I'm gonna need that, not want that. Need that. The song first, video second.
No, yeah, I'll send you I have the verses recorded. I just need to record the chorus.
Fantastic. So, Hack, you're gonna hang around for the topic of the show, I assume?
Of course.
I love it. So the topic of the show is something that I mentioned last week after the show. I was kind of discussing with Dave, future topics I want to do. I have a list of some of the things. And I mentioned that I'm annoyed that every single goddamn day is a national day of this or that. Not your typical, but every single day. Every single day. So let's run over today. The national days. United States Marine Corps birthday. Relevant, legitimate, huge. Celebrated. Thank you very much to all your Marines. Anyone in service, we appreciate you all.
Of course.
But they apparently, one of the more important days in the whole entire United States, shares its national day with two equally, I would say, equally important, if not more important than the Marine Corps birthday. So first off, National Vanilla Cupcake Day. Like, who doesn't want a vanilla cupcake? Honestly, who doesn't want it deserves, every day should be National Vanilla Cupcake Day. I think so. And hold on, Joe. Hold on. We're not done. We have another national day.
Oh my God.
It's also National Forget Me Not Day.
Oh,
what the fuck is National Forget Me Not? What is that?
Is it like
I don't know.
Amnesia awareness?
Maybe, but they probably have a National Amnesia Awareness Day. But Dave, usually I rant. I'm just going to unleash the beast, Dave. So what do you think of, first of all, National Vanilla Cupcake and National Forget Me Not Day? It's important today. Fuck the Marine Corps. Those are the 2 days that are important. The 2 things that are important today. But how do you feel about, every day is a national day? He's just reading angrily right now.
Okay, so I don't know where you were looking. I don't know if you were just going off Google for the national days, but I actually went to a website called nationaltoday.com.
I'm at National Day Calendar.
Yeah, no, this goes even more in depth.
No.
Because they had Vanilla Cupcake, Forget Me Not Day, Marine Corps, but they also have other things for today: International Accounting Day, Sesame Street Day, Area Code Day, and World Science Day for Peace and Development. Now, I'm trying to look into this website / business, if that's what you want to call it.
Wait, Dave, isn't that just Earth Day with extra steps?
Which one?
The National Science for Peace and Development?
No. see how you can make a positive contribution for the promotion of scientific knowledge in our community. Obviously, that was a whole lot of nothing. It was just, science.
Okay.
But I'm not going to look more into it because I don't want to give him the satisfaction.
Wake up and go to school. You do whatever. You do it five days a week.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm just looking at what under a tab called business, not about us, under business. It just says things about them, and it's I don't want to go over all of it right now on this. I'll go over why I dislike what is happening with national days. So to me, this is just a thing that's been driven generally by social media because in the grand scheme of things, whether it was MySpace or whatever, where you started off at MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these are just diaries. I don't know if anyone realizes it. All of these are just diaries, and they're public diaries. So, of course, since we're able to speak to everyone in our diary, we want to at least be able to share things with them. And before, I don't know when these days started, when we started doing this.
No clue.
Maybe someone can track it. Maybe I should have and prepped for this, but I really didn't want to. We needed something to not be boring. Because most people are boring. So if you give them something like National Vanilla Cupcake Day or any of this nonsense, then they can say, oh, I love vanilla cupcakes. Or someone can say, oh, I really don't like them very much. And then they might argue or they might agree to disagree. And, I had a good day on Facebook today, which no one says anymore. But it's all about people needing something to do. And it's ridiculous to me that we're deciding that we need something to do on these social media aspects, but not any goddamn hobby in our real life. And then talking about something on a national day on the internet.
So I have to present this. Can we blame this somehow on China? They started off having each year be the year of something, the year of the dragon, the year of
that is a very traditional. That's a very different aspect.
You gotta start the tradition somehow, Dave. Tradition starts somewhere.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
But then we went from national, days of the years, the years of whatever, year of the frog, year of the dragon, and just so everybody knows. We now, every month, I think, is a national month now. I think it's not just, it used to just be Black History Month, Women's History Month, and then every other month can kick rocks. Just so everybody knows, November started the first day of American Indian Heritage Month with, I don't know if that's offensive anymore or not. Can we say American Indian anymore? Like Google just said it, and they're woke, so I guess it's okay. But can we say American Indian anymore? Is that cool? Shouldn't we be saying Indigenous People Heritage Month? I don't understand the rules anymore either, but how do we feel? So, Dave, how do you feel about the expansion into months now? We took up all 365 days with 19 things each day. Now we have to do each month.
It was going to happen either way. And the thing is, I mean,
we're blaming China.
It's annoying. I dislike you. It's annoying to rant about it because none of it means anything. And of course, you have the question of, if it means nothing, why are you talking about it? Because everyone else does. So you kind of have to. You're going to have to be like, all right, shut the hell up about that. Go, honestly, touch grass. Like that insult is both great and actually reasonable. Go touch grass, please. Joe, please say something.
Being creative, being kind of an artist, does having a day dedicated to 15 things each mean something to you? Is it on a deeper level? Can you make a song about how stupid this is?
I mean, okay, so I'm on the fence about this whole topic to begin with, because number one, like, life is kind of like rough. So like any little tidbit, like, today's National Vanilla Cupcake Day, like it's great. But I also think that, I feel like all these days, I've only heard 2 of them so far, last week's and then today's national days. At least one of them has to do with eating junk food. I think people are just looking for an excuse to break their diets for the day. It could be that's a big reason. But the other reason, I think it is entertaining just to figure out what the national day is today. And how do you certify that? Does someone just wake up and put it on Wikipedia? I don't know.
I don't think you do certify.
I feel like a blue check mark on Twitter on the left says it,
Decides.
and then they start a hashtag, and then it gets trending, and then they're just like, oh, cool, it's a day now. I feel like that's just how this stuff works. So let's go over real quickly for tomorrow, just to piss David off. Okay. Tomorrow is actually a really important day. Veterans Day is an extremely important day, a day that should be celebrated. Also, it's Remembrance Day in Australia, which is another legitimate, relevant day. I'm okay with those days being shared. And then it says another Remembrance Day. I think it might just be an International Remembrance Day they just kind of created, which is cool. I'm okay with those. Yeah. But it shares, so these really important days, share it with Singles Day, National Sunday Day, so there's your junk food day, National Origami Day, so go make a fucking swan, National Metal Day. I don't know if it's not like rock. I don't know.
Metal as in like award metal.
No, actually it's metal. It's rock. I see some skinheads with little ponytails hanging out. So yeah, it's rock. What? It's metal. National Education Day. God, we need more of it, but not the education we currently have. And French Armistice Day, which it shows a French woman here without hair coming out of her t-shirt, so that's not real. We know they have hairy armpits, so that can't be true. Anyway, it's just, Joe, I get what you're saying, that it wants to break monotony, but it kind of goes to David's point where it's like people are just bored. They're bored, and social media has done exactly the opposite of what you think it would do. You think it would make us engaged, it would give us something to do. We're all so friggin' bored. On social media, we're so bored. We're making a podcast because we have nothing else better to do but to talk to each other via Zoom. It's insane.
But that's where we are as a society to begin with. The advancement of technology, Moore's law. Technology is ever expanding at it's getting faster and faster every day, learning so much every day. Eventually, we're like, there's things that we don't have to hunt, we don't have to do, so we're just bored. We just go to the we don't even have to go to the supermarket anymore. You Uber Eats it or whatever, and so then you just have more free time, and we have so much free time. What do you do with it? Complain on the internet.
You will own nothing, and you will be happy, right?
That's another podcast. But see, the thing is, to me, like Joe said, the ever expanding internet. I just feel like a lot of it's overstimulation. And that's why we become bored, because we have too much stimuli happening in general. It's not the fact that, we have nothing to do. It's no, we have everything we can do. And we don't just settle on a single ambition. Like, I guarantee the reason why Joe doesn't know about many of these days, he may go on social media, but he's working on something. Like, he's doing his music. He goes to work, then he does his music, and he worries about, and he does his diet. Like, there's a reason why he's doing things, because he's not worried about these days. He's not worried about sharing all this stuff on social media. But a lot of people are. There's a lack of ambition towards anything, whether it be a hobby or some kind of goal where what they want to attain.
I feel like a lot of that also has to do with the algorithms, because I think if you care about this type of stuff, it's going to show up on your Facebook. It's been proven through so many things. Should we start saying meta too? Is it going to show up on your metaverse? But it's going to show up there. Like, I'm, a bunch of my buddies are Marines, so I'm going to see a bunch of Marine Corps stuff. But if you're not friends with anybody in the military, you actively post things about hating the military, I guarantee Facebook's going to make sure you don't see much about Marine Corps birthday or Veterans Day tomorrow. Like, they might just throw their little banner up. But if someone's super into Valentine's Day, they're probably going to see Forget Me Not Day today. Or, if you somehow love area codes and numbers for whatever reason you're weird, you're probably going to see Area Code Day show up today. So it's those types of things. I feel like the algorithm has a lot to do with that. And I think this might be one of the reasons why a lot of this stuff is created too, because it's kind of, to me, it seems like the Lego movie, the everything is awesome type of thing. So it's like, they're making everything awesome. Every little thing, I'm looking at my baseboard heater right now. I probably can find a National Baseboard Heater Day to dedicate to the things that keep us warm in the winter. It's guaranteed, there's a day for everything. And it's when everything is special, nothing is special. And that's where we're coming to right now. Everything's important. So what's actually important? You're hearing everyone's your family is important and this is important. But we've lost so many values, outside of maybe agreeing with everyone that, yeah, my family is important. Outside of that, everyone it completely diverges. Like you can't even say anymore, like your family is important, the church is important, good values are important. Like those are all things like people say, no, don't bring your church in here. That's not important. Equity is important, or climate's important, or making sure government gets smaller is important. Like we can't agree on what's important anymore. So now we have to have a special day for everything to make everything important equally. Joe, you had something. What do you got?
Yeah, I like what David brought up with the overstimulation. I feel like with the social media landscape we have today, I see more of what Super Duper Kyle's doing than what my friends are doing. So it's, and professional rappers and actors, they're living a life completely separate than most of us. And everybody wants that to feel that like excitement. So maybe they're just coming up with days to just keep people entertained, keep people feeling like you said, excited.
Yeah, and I think you kind of touched on something that could be discussed at length. But if you realize looking around yourself, maybe you haven't fallen into this pit, but a lot of things in the world now seem shallow. There is not much depth to things anymore. Like you said, what is important? We used to agree, like family and everything, like that stuff is important. But now we're either utilizing words in ways that make them less important, or we're trying to give other words an importance that they do not need. So everything is like weirdly getting balanced out to the point where everything just becomes shallow and means nothing. And there's a difference between saying parent and saying mother or father. A parent is just a parent. A mother has certain qualities to that word. There are certain qualities to a mother.
Person to
so
you.
You're telling me the devs are nerfing importance?
Yes. You know what? You want to put it that way. In the simulation
for the gamer crowd. For the devs are nerfing crowd. The devs
there's a new update. Everybody's, it's freaking shit ton of gigabytes. Good luck.
So overall, I think, Dave, you can kind of get the final word on this. And I think, Joe, me and you, Dave, we definitely both walked into this thinking that national days are bullshit. And I still kind of think they're bullshit, that every day being a national day is useless. But did what Joe said about people kind of needing something else because everyone, like, it just needs to fill something in their day, has that kind of changed the way you look at it?
No, I understand his argument. I do, but I have to be blunt about it. No, because the thing is that if you have that hole in your life, you shouldn't be looking for something shallow to fill it. It'll never fill it. You need something important to fill. You need to look around your own environment and your own life in order to fill these things. A national day where you talk about how much you love a vanilla, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I just got to be honest about it.
Not be mean.
Yeah. But like, if you're talking about how much you love vanilla cupcakes or something like that, you're taking time, not even taking time out of your day. You're utilizing your thought for something that you do not need to utilize it for. I'm like, you just don't need to utilize it for that. It's not, I'm letting you know it's not that important to you. There are things that are important that you might need to sit and think about that you're not doing.
I will say this real quick. These national junk food days would be more important if they were delivered to each and one of our doorsteps on all these days.
No.
Then I'd be cool with it.
No.
Joe, I'm actually going to give you the last word, and then we're going to close out the show. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I didn't mean it as in like people should hang on these holidays. What I meant is like, hey, you're showing up to work every day, 5 days a week, and then hey, your coworker goes, hey, it's National Cupcake Day, and you're like, oh wow, yeah, that's cool, little interesting fact. Maybe get the conversation going. Keep like Alex said earlier, break the monotony.
Taking some water cooler talk and making it everywhere. All right. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. It was meant to be a fun conversation and got pretty deep. I want to thank Dave as always.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
David's a very deep individual. He's not shallow. If you could tell, don't be shallow around Dave. He will call you the frig out.
Real quick. I went on a ridiculous diatribe about the BioShock games to a friend of mine, and I'm pretty sure that she disliked almost all of it.
Wait.
And I'm thinking we need to have an episode to listen. We need to have special episodes dedicated to Dave rants. Like we will just Go ahead.
Somebody hated BioShock.
No. She didn't
No, they just
hate
hate David.
BioShock.
I was gonna say.
I went deep into the lore and the thing.
No, yeah. I mean, when it comes to the lore, the story, the trilogy, it's one of the best ever in all of gaming.
We're not going to
we
get
could
into
talk
that.
about
We need
that
a whole
another
other
time.
episode to fill it. Hack, we might have you back for that episode if you feel that strongly about
Also,
it.
if you talk about fucking anime, I'm ripping Cowboy Bebop right now. It's so fire.
You need to because it's going to be the live action. I'm pumped for that live action.
I'm gonna be done. I have like 6 more episodes. I'm on episode 18.
No, you're a nerd. Anyway, so Hack, thank you so much for coming on. HACKnoCAP recording artist, has some new music dropping. We're about to listen to one other song as we fade out here. I don't know why. Anything to say about this song?
I don't know why. It's a catchy little tune. I came up with the chorus first. I have some work to do on it, and it's just like, you ever just like develop feelings? It's just kind of like that. I don't know why. I DKY, dog. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's just about that situation.
All right. So again, everyone, Alex Quest the show, like, share, follow us on all of these social medias. And I appreciate you for listening. Tell everyone you know that this is the greatest show you will ever listen to. Let's roll out with HACKnoCAP.
I didn't buy the beat yet.
But I'm thinking that I love you. HACKnoCAP. 1, 2, 3.
Hey! Head spins when I look into your brown eyes. I'm not there, but I wish I was there all the time. You're in my head, rent free, and I don't mind. Why I'm loving you only at the wrong time. So live it up, not like we supposed to, cause there's not enough time, so we get close to one another one, baby, roll another one. I hope you find a better one, my mind's just running on and on. I don't know why, but I'm thinking that I love you. I get so high, but won't put nothing above you. Over my tongue, I trip like mushrooms when I'm talking to you. I don't know